All right, this is James with WorkSpace Commercial Real Estate, and today we are all in the Greenway Plaza market. So what I'm going to do here is kind of show you guys, well, you saw an outline of the Greenway Plaza market. I'm going to widen that a little bit, and I'm going to go all the way up to Memorial Park here and kind of cut out the park because that's not necessary. We're going to cut out Rice. We're going to cut out right to Montrose here. We're going to include Bissonnette. And this is imperfect. Okay, here we go. So this is going to be the area that we want to do for my modified Greenway Plaza. And I'm doing this because there's so few spaces for sale right now in the market. So we're going to go ahead and take a look. Well, before we do, let's talk about this market in general. What's unique about Greenway Plaza is that it is literally just developed as much as you can develop it. There's really a very little undeveloped land in Greenway Plaza. When we look at Houston, the stronger markets here are going to be a little bit downtown. Definitely the Galleria. You got the Woodlands way up here. That's going to be another very strong market. And then you have the Energy Corridor, which is going to be further on I-10 this way. These are the stronger areas. Now, what's unique about this is that the rents have been very, very, very stable as far as lease rates. And the sales prices are going up every year, despite changes in Houston's economy. So let's take a look at just a few of these and see what we're talking about. I'm going to filter some of these deals by investments and by the type so we can get those in order. And I want to start with the retail spaces. Okay, so this is at a 7 cap rate, and it's a retail center. And this has been for sale. Well, it's been off and on for a while, but it's newly on the market now for 3 months here. And I'm very interested to see the leases on these spaces because those are not stable tenants. Okay, so we're gonna start with the multifamily here, and let's see. Out of all of the properties, 43 that are for sale, there are only 5 multifamily that are on the market right now, and we'll take a look at those. So this one here is for sale at 895 at a 5 cap. This is a on the market for 7 months. Looks like an older building for sure. They say in the description that this is one of Houston's most desirable neighborhoods. I wouldn't argue with that. I think they do very well. Now, this is one of those properties that you just have to update. Let's see, can we get a bigger picture here? Oh, the picture quality is really low. Shame on the broker. They should have taken better pictures. Really doesn't show us what you're getting here. But you know what's good about this? These older buildings that are not really, if you have a broker that doesn't know how to market well, you're going to miss some eyes that should be looking at it, and that's good because, we'll have a chance to maybe get a more competitive price. It's a big multifamily, right? That's what it looks like. Or it looks like a house that was converted to a multifamily. This is something that may be just plug and play. Somebody that wants a nice address, but it's a very nice on the inside. They got some good stuff going on the inside here. So it's just the exterior that may need to be updated at some point. I think the cap rate is pretty, that's a high price point. 895 at a 5 cap. That's not, we really want more competitive pricing. But the thing is about this market, these guys get away with that because they're making money on it and the property's appreciating. So if you have to be in Greenway Plaza, you got a choice. Well, am I going to pay a premium to be in this market, knowing that my property is going to appreciate in value, knowing that the leasing rental rates are going to continue to go up? Am I going to take that sacrifice, or am I going to quote unquote wait? Well, here's the problem with waiting in Greenway. The market's not going down. It hasn't gone down in almost a decade. So if you're waiting for a property like this to go on a fire sale, or for them to soften on the price, what will happen is another investor that has a greater tolerance than you is just going to snatch it up, and they're going to profit. Okay, so if you're looking for fire sale prices, we're just not seeing them. We're just not seeing them here in Greenway, and I haven't seen them in Greenway for a long time. Here's another multifamily. This is at a 7 cap, which is great, and it's at $950,000. Definitely a better deal than the last one. So this one here at a 7 cap has got great curb appeal. It looks like it's. Let's look at some of the pictures here. I really like this one. I can already tell that this is something that would work. This is a great one to me. I mean, this is one that we're definitely going to see today. So it's been on the market for 14 months. I wonder why. I wonder what's going on with it. Because all indicators point to me that this is something that looks really nice. Okay, they say it's a sixplex. Okay, it's 100% occupied, completely renovated. Upside potential, central HVAC and 4 apartments. Okay, that's interesting. Central HVAC and 4 apartments. Window units in 2 apartments. Individual full-size washers and dryers in 4 apartments. I still like it. I got to see where the hair is on this deal, but at a 7 cap, that's not bad for this market. Okay, so here's one that price is not disclosed, been on the market for 39 months. This is one of those maybe fixer-uppers. It's interesting that the brokers are commercial brokers here. So the fact that they took this on is I would expect they don't have as much experience with the multifamily, since these guys usually do office, retail, and industrial spaces. I definitely want to find out more information about this one, but we'll take a look at that later. Okay, so here's another one that is for sale at $1.1 million. It doesn't show the cap rate here, but we can get that once we get the numbers from the property. Unrestricted, great office. It's a fourplex. Some updating needs to be involved. Now, you know what? Depending on the pricing here, let's take at the pictures. Take a look at the pictures here. Depending on the pricing, you know, I like the fact that the other property is more plug and play for close to the same price, and it's a sixplex, which gives us a greater ability to diversify the streams of income with rent. So this one and the white one were the most attractive to me. Okay, this one's still on the market. Now, this one has a 5.75% cap rate here. Now, this has been off and on the market. I can tell you that what these guys will do sometimes, if they list it at too high a price, they will take it off the market when it's been on, because they don't want to show that it's been listed forever, right? And so this one says it's a 38-unit portfolio. Okay, so this is a bigger deal. It consists of 3 individual assets, all are renovated and cash flowing. This is a buy and hold deal. They're saying it's buy and hold because they're pricing it so high that you have no choice but to hold it to wait for the appreciation, which is probably why they haven't sold it yet. But I say again, when you're cash flowing like this, they don't have to. So this is a deal for someone that has to be in Greenway, that wants a place to park their money. They know they're going to park it for a while. And this is one of those deals that might be great for multiple investors to jump in if we can get the numbers right. But, you know, the problem with Greenway for investors is just that everybody's pretty savvy here. They are making money, so they're not really forced to make changes they're not forced to sell their property. That's what I'm trying to say. So to sum things up here, let's go back to the result list. If I go ahead and focus just on the multifamily, there are 5 of them. So we're going to go ahead and click on those 5, because these are the most stable type of investments, easiest investments for newbies to get involved with. Let's remove unselected. Okay, so to sum things up, I think that my favorites is definitely 1609 Castle Court. This is definitely one where you have a 6-plex, so there's 6 different occupants that can be there at once. I think that that's much better to keep your rent consistent. I think there's greater upside because there's more units as well. So that is a great thing. It's $950. The pricing is not bad. So that's number 1 for me. I don't like the curb appeal on that one, so I would pass. But we haven't seen the numbers. So when I say I would pass, I'm assuming that if I'm an investor that doesn't want to spend a lot on renovating. Now, if I wanted to knock this down at some point or just upgrade and renovate this, it may be great, depending on the numbers, especially considering the fact that it's been on the market for 39 months, if I'm trying to update it. But if I just want a plug-and-play deal, then that's my perspective. This is probably second on the list. It has a 4-plex, also very strong curb appeal, very visible, right on the corner. Great location. All of these are great locations, and that's my number 2. So I'm going to go ahead and print a report here so we can look at these 5. And I hope this information was helpful. If you want details on this, just email me, and I'll send you the report. Thanks for watching.